In October of 2020, Michigan started offering paid parental leave to state workers up to 12 weeks at full pay after the birth or adoption of a child. Today, we're taking a deeper look at paid parental leave and why some believe it should be available to all Michiganders.
It goes the same with like healthcare. Like why can't we have national healthcare? It's the same for why can't we have paid parental leave?
Erin Butendorf and her husband, Paul Wozniak, live in Lansing and have a 2-year-old son. In 2019, Erin had been working for the city of Lansing for less than a year, which wasn't long enough to qualify for leave through the Federal Family and Medical Leave Act. Instead, she had to use sick time, vacation time, and request an unpaid absence.
I mean, it was kind of scary because you're used to a bi-weekly or a monthly paycheck or whatever.
Erin says they had Paul's income to fall back on, as well as donated paid leave from those at work, but
that's half of our income. So, when you have a mortgage and your Verizon bill and your board, water, and light bill, and all the things. And then plus, no one really talks about the expenses of kids until the kid is here.
And I think our thing was kind of like, if we're feeling like we're struggling with all of the benefits and privileges that we have, I can only imagine for anybody that didn't have a job that was flexible with their work time or didn't have family medical leave.
There you go.
Advocates say paid parental leave gives children a healthy start, reduces financial strain, and keeps parents in the workforce.
Paid parental leave is critically important to families as they are welcoming a new child. We know that right now in this country, about 1 in 5 women are back at work within 2 weeks after having given birth because they don't have access to paid family medical leave. That means you may have barely recovered from a C-section or just the trauma of having a baby.
But most states don't require employers to offer it, including Michigan.
A number of states have passed paid family and medical leave laws at the state level. Washington State, California, New York, Rhode Island.
And there is no national law requiring any sort of paid parental leave in the United States.
A group of us a couple of years ago on a bipartisan basis approved paid 12 weeks of leave for all of our military and all of our federal government employees for reasons of childbirth or adoption or a sick family member.
Groundbreaking, but that doesn't apply to everyone. And compared to other countries, the U.S. is lacking big time. For example, in Sweden, a single parent can get 480 days of paid parental leave after the birth or adoption of a child. And a couple can get 480 days as a whole, so 240 days each.
Most other countries in the entire world have some form of at least paid parental leave. Many others also have your own medical leave or other caretaking leave. The United States is an outlier in the entire world.
Paid parental leave policies, I think, are essential for ensuring optimal health for moms and their children in that first year of life.
Lindsay Adman is an assistant professor at the University of Michigan and an OBGYN and maternal health researcher in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology. She says paid parental leave would cover the time period in which at least 40% of maternal deaths occur.
Well, I think not only would paid parental leave be good for everybody giving birth, but it has the potential to reduce racial inequities.
Stephanie Young is the state representative for House District 8 in Northwest Detroit. She introduced House Bill 5350 in September.
My bill is about parental leave, making certain that people don't have to worry about losing their job in order to do what should be a given, and that's bond with your child. Both with newly born children, babies, as well as adopted children.
Currently, it's sitting in committee and has yet to receive a hearing. So why doesn't Michigan have it?
Year after year, there have been bills in Michigan's legislature with a proposal to enact a paid leave system. There's even a ballot proposal, but no progress has been made in our law. And one of, if not the major roadblocks to passing a paid leave system for our state has been business community interest groups.
Bobby Dorigo Jones is the vice president of Michigan's Children. He says each time business interest groups have basically refused to engage in negotiations around the hard details of a proposal, like how much time off and who would pay for it.
And really no progress will be made until people across the state demand that folks come to the table and negotiate around a plan that fairly rewards time off for workers who've earned it.
But Wendy Block with the Michigan Chamber of Commerce says a government mandate might not be the right move.
Well, so, there already are some laws in place dealing with this. Like we talked about the Michigan Paid Medical Leave Act. There is the federal Family Medical Leave Act as well. There are insurance policies in place. And so, at this point, we do not support moving to more government mandates in this regard.
But FMLA isn't always paid leave, and Michigan's Paid Medical Leave Act excludes a lot of workers and only requires companies with 50 or more employees to provide 40 hours of paid medical leave per year.
We believe these decisions about, what paid time off looks like should be made in the workplace between employers and employees and a union if there is one.
Block says there are different ways the government can get creative that are shy of a mandate, like
trying to incentivize these sorts of programs through tax credits and otherwise. So an employer can talk to their employees and say, hey, this tax credit is out there, or tax incentive is out there. Should we think about doing this? Is this something that you would value?
But advocates say that what some states have right now prove that paid parental leave is effective and could be a roadmap for Michigan.
Those paid leave laws that exist are incredibly important pieces of information and data that show that these policies do work and that we should be able to do this at the national level by establishing just a minimum floor.
For Fox 47 News, I'm your neighborhood reporter, Tiana Jenkins.